Amy from Cheshire, Connecticut. Good morning, Amy. You are on the air with Rocky. Go ahead.
Hi, Rocky. It's Amy from the rally on Monday.
Thank you, Amy. You're so sweet and kind to call in.
No,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming and supporting Parents' Choice on Monday.
Yes.
I wanted to fill you in what happened after you left. I went inside the Capitol building. We were allowed, Rocky. We were allowed.
That's another thing that's going to change soon. The people own that place. The people.
Oh, yes. We were permitted to go into the State House, the people's house. They allowed us.
Yeah.
And as soon as I walked through the door, who do I catch unmasked but Paul Mounds Jr., the chief of staff for Connecticut under Governor Ned Lamont.
No kidding. Of course. And by the way, we were told if we went in, we had to have a mask. Did we not?
We had to have a mask. I was recording.
Yeah.
I caught somebody else. I'm still trying to, Luke Jura is actually going to be zooming in and seeing if we can figure out who this woman was. But she literally ducked for cover when she saw she was on camera.
Of course.
So they do have a conscience, Rocky. They do, in fact, have a conscience.
Yeah.
They were ducking for cover when they realized they were caught without masks.
Yeah. Amy, send me an email if you could so we stay in touch. RockyRadioShow@gmail.com. Amy, did you know? You didn't know I was going to be on the air, right? You just listened to the Elci show, or how'd you come about calling?
One of my listeners for Parents' Choice sent me a message and said, Rocky's on the air this morning, so we're all tuning in to you.
Oh, my gosh, that's crazy.
You have an entirely new fan club.
Amy, I don't know if you can tell, but my voice is almost starting to recuperate, but Monday I lost my voice.
Mine's cracking left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, I was throwing remote controls at the TV screen watching the votes come in yesterday from the Senate, which is really why I called. So I think that it is very telling in this state when the Senate goes to vote during an emergency orders a special session, Rocky. It's very special.
Yeah.
They call it special for a reason.
Right.
And the senators voted in not a landslide win. It was 18-15 in favor of the Democratic caucus that voted to extend the emergency powers. Right. But the real news for that story, we anticipated that happening, but the real news for that story was that there were 3 people that did not show up to vote.
Okay.
So think of that. 18-15,
right,
and 3 people, all Democrats, didn't show up to vote.
Yeah.
So, and then the same thing in the House on Monday. You know, my representative, Liz Linehan, she's Democrat, but she voted no last time to extend the orders because she plays both sides of the coin here in the district. Right. And this time she bowed out. She didn't show up. She claimed she had a family emergency.
Yeah.
And you know, the way in my day, when you wanted to be in public office and you wanted to be a credentialed journalist and the two interacted together, there were official statements. There's transparency.
Right.
You know, one of the senators that couldn't vote yesterday was in hernia surgery. I mean, it doesn't get any more transparent than that, right?
Right.
He told us exactly where he was. He was in surgery, and it had to do with him. Now, Liz Linehan is saying that she had a family emergency, but she is not going to comment. She's not giving an official statement.
Right.
Notice, no official statement because we live in a world full of fact checkers now. So it'd be very easy to discredit any claim that she made. But if she wanted to be transparent, she could just let everybody know where she was.
Of course. We know the game they play. But, Amy, I got news for these buffoons. I got news for them. We will replace them one by one. Mark my words, the people had it. The people in California had it. The people in Arizona had it. The people in Georgia had it. And indeed, the people of Connecticut had it. We know what's going on. We will replace this lovely lady who has no guts, who has no honor, or whoever else ducks and hides and mandate on us what they themselves don't do. Mark my word. You jokingly,
Brian Fazio, we just flipped that seat down in Greenwich, and he showed up with bells on Tuesday and voted against the emergency powers as a freshman out of the gate doing his job. That's why we were chanting, "Do your job."
That's right. That's right. I remember, I don't know if you heard me saying that I was, at some point Monday, I was going to give out seats. I'm going to say, you're a state's representative, you're a state senator. In other words, let's change this thing. I'm just going to give out seats, because these useless people, they've been in power for decades. It just not happened like, these things. No, it's been decades that they've been in power and they don't do what's good for the people.
And the ones like Liz Linehan that have not been in power for decades are followers. They have no conviction. They have no backbone.
Right.
They don't stand on their own and look at their constituency and say, geez, my constituency is a large Republican caucus and conservative independent caucus, and she knows exactly how we wanted to vote. We want people back in schools, back in businesses. We want things remaining open. And we don't want mandates.
Right.
She could have done a drive-through vote. I don't know if you're aware of this.
No.
As long as they are on the campus of the Capitol building, in their car, or in their office, they can cast their vote. They don't have to be there for all of the debate and the rebuttal and all of that. So
clearly she could have, and therefore she's out. I don't know who the lady is. I don't know. I'm sure she's a nice lady. I'm sure she has a beautiful family. But we, the people, will be listened to, and we got to turn this around. It's our house. It's our parking lot. It's our land. It's our rules. It's our will, not theirs.
That's right. And it's in writing that it's ours.
Right.
It's in writing. It's memorialized in writing in our documents and our charters, and people need to start waking up to that. People have asked me if I'm going to run against Liz Linehan, and I just say my answer to that is don't threaten me with a good time. Don't threaten me with a good time, Rocky.
Yeah, I'm telling you, listen, we come to the point where we must stand in whatever capacity. We will stand. This is it. We are not backing down. We're not giving up. We'll never surrender. Amy, send me an email. Stay in touch. God bless you.
You got it.